Hey Taurus, welcome to your January 2019 general reading. This is for those who have Taurus in their sun, moon, and rising, or if it is heavy throughout your birth chart. I keep getting the Scorpio vibe in here a lot, so some of you might need to watch Scorpio. I don't know if maybe y'all have Scorpio in your birth chart as well, which I have not done Scorpio yet, but I will be. So now I'm kind of curious what Scorpios is going to say. Anyways, this is a general reading, so it will not apply to everybody. Not every situation will apply to everyone. If you want a personal reading, then you can find me on Etsy at Cappy Cove. So for y'all's reading, when I was shuffling, I kept thinking, I got like the Two of Cups energy. I was like, Two of Cups, Two of Cups. And it didn't show up until I flipped over the bottom of the deck, and I'm like, there's the Two of Cups. I feel like January is going to be a big month for y'all that has to do with relationships. Y'all are going to be mostly concerned with relationships. I think for most of you, it'll be those that you are either married to or it's your significant other. Some of you, it might have to do with somebody from the past, and it could be both as well. I'm seeing some of you might have some court stuff coming up. Some of you might have speeding tickets or some legal stuff that has to do with a vehicle that is going to be taken care of. And then for some of you, I feel like you will have court cases that may not necessarily work in your favor. I don't know why, but I'm seeing if somebody's trying to lie in court, don't do it. It ain't going to work for you. Don't do it. Don't lie in court. It ain't going to work. Y'all's main energy for January is going to be the Hanged Man. So feeling like you've sacrificed a lot. Kind of feel like you're pleasing other people. Or you're kind of stuck in either a situation or just feeling kind of blah and stuck in general. And what crosses that is the Four of Wands. And this could be, some of you might be moving. Some of you, this could be a good thing. Some of you, a bad thing. Y'all could be moving though. Be careful with your paperwork though if you are moving or signing contracts with houses, apartments, anything. Some of y'all are going to be getting married. Some of y'all are planning a wedding. Some of y'all are working on an engagement. Some of y'all are kind of in a limbo with house construction or things that are revolving around your home life. There may be situations that just aren't moving forward within the home life. So for those that aren't getting married, this may be something that just becomes, you're just kind of in a cycle, kind of like a rut. You're just the same old, same old. I see that in the past, things didn't end very well. There might have been a specific event that kind of turned your world upside down. You do have the World in reverse. So it could have been a situation or somebody that did something that just kind of, maybe changed the way you see the world as well. And then below you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I feel like somebody, if this is for like a wedding, I feel like there might be somebody who's kind of a bitch. They kind of keep putting their 2 cents in, and they're not very happy about this relationship or this house move or something, and they keep interfering and they're kind of being mean about it. I also see that this could be somebody, maybe you're seeing somebody on the side that possibly is a fire sign, somebody who's very opinionated with what it is they gotta say, someone who has high sexual energy, but I feel like this is not necessarily the best person that you want to be dealing with. I see that y'all are offering your love and yourself to somebody, or y'all might be reaching out to someone and letting them know how you feel. And I get the feeling that y'all are sitting here on your throne like this King of Swords, thinking that, you know, you have all this under control. You can see things from far out into the future. And if somebody's offering you something, or someone's trying to charm you, I feel like you're going to be very cautious with this. And you have the Seven of Swords for in the position of your hopes, dreams, and fears. So I kind of feel like, you know, y'all are kind of scared that somebody's going to lie to you or deceive you, or you're going to be hurt again. And y'all don't want that. And it might be causing you to overthink and overanalyze things as opposed to just running with your emotions. And then I know it's hard to see, but y'all have the Seven of Wands reversed. Y'all have to excuse my big ass cards, but yeah, it's kind of hard to get that one in the picture. But the Seven of Wands reversed, I feel like y'all aren't speaking your truth in a lot of things, and that could be also part of the reason for the Seven of Swords. But y'all aren't, you know, you're not stepping up for what it is you want, or you're not speaking your truth or saying what you're feeling. And then you have this guy over here who's sneaking around with these swords and trying to run off. And it's like you just sit there and you're not saying anything. So maybe some of y'all witnessed something. Some of y'all could be a witness in a courtroom, but some of y'all may have witnessed something and you're just not saying anything about it. Or maybe there's something that y'all know, like if y'all are working with someone who's shady or dealing with a partner who's shady, it's like you're ignoring that. But for the most part, I feel like a majority of you are just terrified of being hurt again. And I think if you keep living in that fear, then, you know, things are never going to be fair. Like, you're going to have to at some point stand up and say what it is you have to say to get to the truth of things. I'm going to shuffle a few extra cards to figure out more about this Justice in reverse. I also see that y'all might be a lot involved with like community, maybe community work, maybe some of you have community service. I also see that y'all need to be working on your negative traits. Oh, I like that card. I just got the Six of Wands, so there will be victory overall. So if with the Justice and then the Six of Wands, so it's like you may not feel that way, but in the reality, it's gonna be a victorious situation for everyone involved. And there's the King of Swords again. It's gonna be for the greater good in the future, whatever happens with this legal case, or when it comes to you feeling like things are justified or fair within your situation. I also see that some of you may kind of be a little bit starting arguments. And I feel like this is coming from, once again, the inner side, your inner thoughts and feelings. And even though if you see them as like a negative thing, they still need to be expressed and explored and better understood for yourself. So that way you know what you want and where you're going to be moving in the future. And it can help take you out of that hanged man position, because you don't want to be stuck there forever. So you have to do something to make your move, like the Chariot, and move forward with things. You're going to have to stand up and speak your truth at some point. Yeah, I see some of you are going to have some new love coming in. Some of you will have past relationships coming in. And some of you are already coupled and will be... Maybe you're coupled with somebody and things aren't moving forward and you want things to go forward, but they're just staying there. And so you're kind of like, what do I do with this? Like maybe you're scared to take that next step into marriage because you're afraid of things falling apart, or maybe you don't want to be in that relationship with that person anymore. Maybe they're just not complete, and you know, they're not completing you in the way you want, but at the same time you do feel for them and you love them, so you don't want to hurt them. I think I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Remember, if you want a more personal reading that pertains to just you, you can find me at Cappy Cove on Etsy. And I do see that y'all are going to have some victory coming up towards the end. So stick in it with it. Not stick in it, stick with it. Anyways, y'all get it. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all have a good new year.